Columbia University in the heart of New York City becomes a battleground for academic freedom and protest rights as its president. Minouche Shafik faces backlash for her decision to call in police during a pro-Palestine student protest. This controversial move, aimed at dismantling a tent encampment on campus, resulted in over 100 arrests, sparking a wave of criticism from students, faculty, and observers for the perceived suppression of free speech. Before we delve deeper into this complex issue, take a moment to subscribe to 179 Seconds on YouTube for more insightful content. Your support helps us continue to bring important stories like this to light. The University Senate, largely made up of faculty and some students, passed a resolution denouncing the administration's actions as contrary to the institution's commitment to academic freedom and transparency. This incident is part of broader protests across American universities, where students demand their institutions divest from companies supporting Israeli military actions in Gaza. Similar protests have been noted from California to Boston, reflecting a nationwide, even global movement on college campuses. The tension at Columbia escalated despite ongoing negotiations between the administration and the students. The administration set deadlines for an agreement, which passed without resolution. The university's decision to call the police was part of a wider tactic used by other universities facing similar protests, such as the University of Texas at Austin and George Washington University, which also employed police intervention. This situation at Columbia is not isolated but is reflective of a larger national discourse on the role of universities in managing protests and balancing freedom of speech with campus safety. The events have prompted discussions on the limits of protest rights, the role of university governance, and the implications of university actions on their communities and reputations. As Columbia and other universities continue to grapple with these challenging issues, the national spotlight remains on how these institutions navigate the complex interplay of student activism, academic freedom, and administrative authority. The outcomes of these protests and the responses by university administrations may set precedents for how similar events are handled in the future, potentially reshaping the landscape of higher education in America. This video was created using Lumen 5, an AI-driven tool, and includes content based on information from various news channels. Follow us for updates on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at 179 Seconds.